And good afternoon and welcome to Warner Taylor Field here on the home of Jackson Christian School. A beautiful campus, beautiful field. Got Summer Sturgis directing and producing the broadcast. Billy Boland running multiple cameras. Plus we've got the camera up here in the press box. Seated beside me, the voice of the baseball team, and he is going to do it. Tommy McLean, Chase's dad, is here, and he's the good guy here in the box. Summer looks good. Tommy's the good guy, and I'm the ugly. And but anyway, we're going to have a great softball game. These two teams have met. Now, this one is for district play. They scheduled 2 extra games with each other because both teams had gaps. But this is the one that is supposed to be a district game unless they changed and didn't get to ask Coach Jennifer Wheeler, who does such a good job. Jackson Christian comes into this game 6-5, but if you saw their schedule, you would say, man, they're doing great considering the teams they played in that tournament last weekend. And up there at Brentwood, I lived in Middle Tennessee for a while. I know about that tournament, and they played schools like Beach that is about 10 times bigger than Jackson Christian. They have close to 2,000 students, and we've got a little over 200, and that's K through 6. Beechwood is just 9. Or Beach is just 9 through 12. And so Tommy and I are conversing about that back and forth. I wish we could mic him up and you could hear him. He's going to not only do the public address announcing, but also the score keeping today as far as the scoreboard out there, and we know he does a good job on that. This is a Worthy Roads BallGame Blitz production. It will be shown on the Jackson Christian Facebook, so you've got time to call friends and tell them that they can see this contest. As you can see, they are putting the bases down, or actually they're going to change them a little bit, and you always want to get the bases in the proper hole. There's a shaft that they fit in. It's not like the days that the old-timers played with the tie-down bases. And the sprinkler system comes on to give a light coat to somewhat of a dusty feel, but really looks nice. And there's an art to getting the right amount of water on there, but a hard wind blowing in from center field. You see the flag at half mast out there, and it is going to be active today. That might keep some balls that would be home runs from going out of here. But again, it's on Jackson Christian's Facebook, and also you're going to have a replay of it forever, in perpetuity. It's on YouTube under the Worthy Road Studios banner. All you got to do is punch this game and the date in there. And, folks, in the early you'll be able to see it, but Worthy Road Studios does so many games. They've got Union University All Sports. They've got Jackson Christian, TCA, USJ, and Peabody. And we do boxing. Paul does weddings, funerals, and the video. There's not anything that's done right in video that's not done by Worthy Road Studios. It's a great place to be, and we've got 2 teams fighting for position in the district. Jackson Christian at the state, and they have done well. They've been to the state, I think, like 3 out of the last 5 years, 2 years in a row. Of course, TCA comes in with their long history of 4 state championships, coached by Robert Kraft, who is their head coach. He's come back, one of my former students. Jeff Crawford coached it. His daughter will be playing for TCA. And 2 powerhouses, both in the past and here in the present, will be playing today. Now, we will have some timeouts, and we do need to go ahead and remind you about this early. This is a copyright broadcast for 2023 by Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. And I do mean prohibited, talking to the gentleman in Lake County that likes to try to stretch what's legal. Anyway, we've kind of done a little publicity there that way. I'm going to tell you, a really great guy and his business, Great American Sports, brings you all of our pregame shows for football, baseball, basketball, softball. If we had a ping pong team, he'd bring you that too. And I start to say Cole Vargason. That's actually his son that plays on the baseball and the basketball teams. But Ben Vargason and, of course, a good friend of mine who's his right-hand man, Wesley Freeman. Some of the other sponsors, you'll see those logos. Go by and try the Blacksmith. They've got all kinds of food, anywhere from the sandwich type to those great steaks and seafood that they've got. Mitchell's Body Shop. When the illegal alien hit my car, Mitchell's Body Shop, you would have never known my car had been hit. They fixed it right. Dynamics takes care of our athletes and more. And, of course, Jones Chevrolet, one of the great car dealerships. And you're getting a great shot there by our camera crew, and Summer will give you those great shots. Look at that eagle. I like his eyes. He looks like he's ready to play. We may have to put him in and let him bat a little bit. One of the young ladies off the team is up here giving us a little assist with the music and stuff. I wished I was young again. I'd understand things. And she's got the nicest smile. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a quick time out just to give the field a little chance to drive. We'll come back and tell you more about the stars of this game. The players on the field is who they are. But a short time out here on Worthy Road Studios. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift. And you're back as you see the meeting between the coaches for the lineup exchange. They go over the ground rules, talk about sportsmanship. The two umpires there, signed by the softball assigner here, and I believe that is Brandon Pipkin. Skip Jones does some assigning work in baseball, and they may work together on those two things. The umpires are here at the good graces of the TSSAA, and we'll remind you to help them out that there is a shortage of umpires, referees for all sports, and soccer may be worse off for shortage than football is. Now, as you see Jennifer, and she's pointing out, helping with the ground rules, which the home coach does, we will remind you that this is on Jackson Christian's Facebook. It's brought to you in cooperation with Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz. This game will be archived and put on YouTube under Worthy Road Studios later tonight, and you'll be able to see it. I like that word perpetuity. You'll be able to see it forever. And we are not far from it. Let me tell you very quickly, while you see them finishing the meeting, they talk about sportsmanship and things like that. And in light of some of the things that happened at the NCAA tournament and then in the NIT, as much as I hate to bring it up, Jamira Schutz kind of punching out one of the players on the other team. She's a local girl from West Tennessee, and I hated to see that. She's normally a very fine young lady, but it's all about sportsmanship. We play under the rules of the National Federation of High School Sports and the TSSAA. You are getting this broadcast for free, not like the National Federation that will charge you a little over $12 a month. Worthy Road Studios, Jackson Christian, USJ, TCA, and Union University bring you these broadcasts for no charge. But some of the other sponsors are Thompson and Smith Insurance. They'll have the scoreboard, and we appreciate Roger Smith, who is my insurance man. Carlock Nissan also helps bring you that. I happen to drive a Rogue Platinum Nissan, and it is a great car. Love my car. Aloha Pools, they do a great job. Tennessee National Guard, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Hub City Deli, Kaufman's Furniture, Arrington Funeral Home Directors, Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, Lonnie Cobb Ford, and Ness Realty. And you'll hear about those sponsors, some great commercials. And don't forget about Red Hooks. If you mention the BallGame Blitz when you're in Red Hooks restaurant, they have a free gift for you. And, of course, Fleet Feet, I love to say that. Try saying that 10 times. They got some great shoes. I'm wearing a pair of shoes from there right now. Please show your support for those who make the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road TV shows available to you in high definition. Matter of fact, I believe this one, I'm not sure whether it's being shot in 720 or not, but the replay will be in highest definition. Not just high definition, but highest definition. And guess what we need to do is take a break right now, and when we come back, we'll have the lineups in the game.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Carlock Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
And we are live. A little technical problem with the world's greatest song, the national anthem. Should leave a lump in your throat, but we're just about ready to play softball. And we'll tell you that leading off is Elena Perry, the fine catcher for TCA. She hits .360. She'll be followed by Bailey Kraft, the center fielder, MJ Abernathy, the shortstop, and the cleanup hitter is Haley Lewis, the pitcher. We'll go through and give you the rest of the story as we get the lineups. And let's see, Game Changer was kind and unkind yesterday to me, and we will see what happens with that today. And trying to get everything. And we've got stats for both teams, and Coach Kraft sending me a lot of information. Got to me a little late, not because of him. He did his part, but the internet and the weather didn't do its part. And so 6-5 Lady Eagles out in the field. Bailey Robinson on the mound. Maggie Richardson pitched yesterday. And, of course, here in Tennessee, it's not like the National Federation rule on that. She can throw again today if need be. The windmilling throwing method is very good for your arm. It doesn't hurt it. And the Lady Lions coming off a tough tournament. They did well as far as playing, lost a couple of one-run ball games. But Bailey Robinson is up there against the .360 hitting Perry, the catcher for TCA, in the first pitch. And I'm going to have to adjust my seat. It's ball one because I have to watch the monitor and outside. I'm an old school broadcaster and like to watch outside instead of my monitor. Second pitch, that one coming in there. And it's 2 balls. Not the start Bailey wants, doing a little groundwork on the mound. TCA, a very young ball club. We've got a mixture of youth and experience. Here's one hit to the third baseman. Over to first, Millsap's pegged to first base, and there's one out in the inning. Score that one 5-3 for the first out, and that brings up Kraft, the center fielder. Kraft is hitting .345. Briley Kraft. I think I put Bailey in there, but it is actually Briley. She is the coach's daughter. Midway in the box, and the first pitch to ball. Not familiar with the two gentlemen umpiring. I got to get used to their mechanics, even though they're all supposed to be the same. Everybody has their own slight switch on it. Ground ball, it is foul, and the umpire came out of there strong, and that's the way you got to do it. So Kraft will return to the plate. And we'll remind you she is a .345 hitter, nice batting average. Outfield straight away. Brooks is in center. And there's one that's one of those about 42 feet pitches instead of getting it to 46 feet for a strike. But now if it bounces over in the strike zone, it is a strike. So it's a 2-1 count. Yeah, he gave the strike sign one time. So 2-1 count. There's strike two that evens it up. 2-2 with one out, nobody on. Bailey Robinson on the mound. Here's the pitch, and that runs the count full at 3-2. We're in the top of the first. Even Game Changers having a little trouble with the internet today, Tommy. Yeah, and here's one hit out into the outfield. Brooks has got the beat on it, and you know what? That's like putting money in the bank. It's safe for the second out. So flying out to center field was Briley Kraft. 2 outs in the inning. This brings up MJ Abernathy. MJ, a very good hitter at 375, makes good contact. You see they'll check the armband for what pitch to throw. It's signaled in from the dugout for both teams. And a ball. Good shot of MJ, the catcher, McKinley Arnold. I did not get to see her play the last time I did a game. Diamond Dave did a great job yesterday. That pitch high, held it a little long on the release point. 2 balls, no strikes. Dave McCulley, you were blessed to have him, one of the veteran broadcasters, one of the truly great and just an all-around nice guy. Did the game for us. And that one is also high, 3 balls, no strike. Let's see if the take's on. I did duty at the baseball game. We had a tough one yesterday. Kind of lost the lead in the last innings and lost to USJ 9-7, but the middle school baseball won 3-0. And that one hit the hit batter, and so TCA has their first runner, hit batsman. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, batting .385, Haley Lewis. Lewis has home run capability. On deck, Kylie Crawford. That's Jeff Crawford, one of my former students and athletes at Northside. His daughter, he has coached these girls some before. He is in attendance today, and you always like to see your former students. Good pitch, but missing. I like to try to keep third baseman on her toes like she wants to come up. I think that Lewis is going to be hitting away, and she does, to the shortstop. Over to first, and that is the third out, 6-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 lady left on base. It's a score at the half-inning point. TCA, nothing, and Jackson Christian coming to bat. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road BallGame Blitz Studio Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
And we are back for the bottom of the first here at Warner Taylor Field. And what a great place to play. Good background to see. Good batter's eye out there. Of course, there's no advertising on the fence. It's the dark screen. That really helps the hitters a lot. It's starting to get a little overcast from the west. Wind has picked up at times. Now it's blowing towards left center. But it would hold the ball up some. You got to get a little extra oomph on it. Yesterday, Carson Holt, we thought he had 2 out of there, and the wind caught that one, left it 3 feet from the fence, and Tommy and I both wince when we talk about that. Here's the first pitch. Popped up. We'll watch the monitor. It's down the right field line, and it goes foul. No play. This is Kendall Turner. What a fine young lady she is. She caught the other day when I was here playing shortstop today. And Kendall is batting .355 on the year. We'll tell you more about that. Got a pretty good slugging percentage and things like that. We'll tell you about that later. Haley Lewis on the mound. Crawford's at first behind her. Here's the pitch. That one gets dust and is low. Turn her up for her first time, and like I said, Game Changer kind of taking its sweet time about working today at times. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be high. Again, the release point held a little long, and Crawford, the first baseman, steps in for a couple of words of encouragement, maybe a little help, and that's what teammates do. You can see all the tape on her arm. She is hurting a little bit today. Like I said, talked with her dad. 2-1 the count. Lewis on the mound. Kendall Turner, the shortstop, up there. Hits one to right field. We'll keep a bead on it, and so does the right fielder. And so there's one away on an F9, which is a fly out to the right fielder. That brings up the speedster, slap hitter, slap bunter, and she can hit for power, too, off the left side. Trinity Brooks. And Brooks is batting .481. If she can get it on the ground and not back to the pitcher, she has a chance of beating it out, much like Ayers was yesterday for USJ. If she gets it on the ground, she's got a chance. And that's a strike. I like it when the umpire vocalizes, too. Much better than the silent thing. And sometimes their arm gestures aren't really very good. And this young man behind the plate seems to have lots of energy. Lewis's pitch swung on for strike 2. And you've got Crawford and the third baseman, Davis. They could almost shake hands with Brooks. Now, it's 2-strike count. They will back up a little bit. She can still put it on the ground, handles the bat so well. You see Lewis checking what pitch to throw. The windmiller comes to the plate, takes a little off of it, and just missing. It was low just a little bit, 1-2. Davis not taking any chances down at third base. Abernathy, the shortstop, MJ Abernathy, moved over a little bit towards third. Big hole up the middle into the right side of that bag, or where you're sitting from, left side. And that's a swinging foul, so she's not out. Now, if she'd tried to dump bunt it or just put it on the ground with a bunt, that one would have put her out. But since it was a swing and fouled off of her, she is up there, she being Trinity Brooks. And like I said, I've never hit .481 in my life. Yeah, Tommy says he can't spell it. So here's the pitch. And that one, they hold on to it, a strikeout, and she took a little off of it. But 2 outs in the inning very quickly. Both pitchers working pretty fast. And that will bring up Bailey Robinson, the pitcher. Bailey also a basketball player. She's only hitting .375. I can live with that, and you can too. That's good hitting. Bailey has a good future in basketball too. Lewis got her sign, comes to the plate with it, and it's outside and low. Well, that wind is really whipping up. If you take a look at Old Glory out there every so often at half-mast because of some of the tragic happenings we've had here lately in America, and they are tragic. The 1-ball pitch on the way, driven to the shortstop. MJ Abernathy up and over the first, and you have an inning of no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. The score at the end of 1 inning of play, Jackson Christian nothing, TCA nothing. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian and BallGame Blitz Network.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's Warranty Forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
And we are back. As you see the last warm-up toss thrown down, my kind of we're in tight quarters, and I kind of bumped myself. I did it to myself, and my Coca-Cola or Diet Coke is all over the scorebook. But we'll play ball from here. Leading off is Kylie Crawford here in the top of the second. She's batting .364. Right-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a base hit into that left center field gap, but cut off quickly by our left fielder. And Jenna Tinsley doing a good job. She's also a basketball player. Moves very quickly, can press well in Tony Schute's system.
Now batting number 22, Abby Davis.
So Davis comes up with a runner on first. And we'll give you her batting statistics here in a few moments. And you hear the umpire say strike one, or I guess we don't have the parabolic mic today, but it is strike one after Crawford gets on with that base hit. Bailey Robinson on the mound if you were looking for Maggie Richardson. And that one looks, did he give the high signal or the strike signal, Tommy? Well, I'm not sure. That one wasn't the proper mechanic unless it was high. Let's see what comes up. This one hit on the ground, a dribbler, and they say it's a foul ball. So we know one thing, there's 2 strikes for sure. Runner on first with no outs. We're in the second. Because some of the buttons wanting to stick on the scoreboard, and I feel for Tommy. Here's the pitch. That one is high, and we'll check the umpire, and he's got, what, 2-2 out there? 2-2. No, this is not ballet, and nobody has a 2-2 on. Oh, well, now Game Changer wants to call the game. Fouled off. And they've got a button, you know, they can do it live now, but it's a mechanical voice can call the game on Game Changer. Yeah. Yeah, humans are becoming obsolete. And, well, somebody said he was here today. Popped up, fouled off. Will Tommy get a chance to field it? And he almost did because it tried to come through the top of the press box. Yeah, the Hulk would have got that one. So it stays at 2-2 with no outs. Crawford running at first. The hitter is Davis. Murdahl due next. She's hitting over 300. Emma Kate Murdahl on deck. Abby Davis, though, the third baseman up there right now, does a very good job over at third. Outfield straight away. Robinson's pitch popped up. Probably will get out of play, although we give chase and a good job of effort. You see Crawford there shaking or clapping her hands for her team. I have Robinson at 20 pitches. 21, and they say that the hitter is on, so now a little bit of trouble. Emma Kate Murdahl, number 11, and I believe she is hitting at 300 or a little over that. We'll check the stats exactly. A walk. First and second, no outs. Infield wants 2 here. Outfield wants to make sure they knock a liner down. I think that's his high signal, Tommy. Let's see if it is. Some umpires don't give a high signal, but he may have. I can't hear him. And it's bunted in the air, but it gets to the ground. It'll advance the runner 1-4. That's second baseman covering, but a nice bunt gets the runners over there. Playing a little small ball right now, and that'll be a sacrifice bunt. First out in the inning. And that brings up Hydrago to the plate. Riley also plays basketball for TCA. Here's the 1-out pitch. I don't know. That one is We're going to have to study this a little bit. I like it when they shoot the hand out there, and you know it's a strike. One and one. They have changed the mechanics some on umpiring baseball. Yesterday, the young man called a really fine game. Popped up, and the catcher could not find it. Again, the head coach signals the pitcher in, or one of the coaches on either team. Robert Kraft, I know, calls his pitches. 1-2 count, strike three. And you could tell that one right there. That was the number one right down Main Street pitch for Robinson. So 2 outs in the inning. Drago goes down. And Jenny Joyce, batting .286, comes to the plate. The right fielder, she wears number 2. She could put her team on the scoreboard with a base hit or getting on by an error. That one a little high. Nice shot of the batter. See some of the crowd. Now we've got stands that people are in. We also have a berm area on both sides. Got a lot of folding chairs. Swinging strike 2. And again, this is Jenny Joyce, a .286 hitter. A little bit low. Third baseman up about 8 feet off the line and about 3 feet up from where the bag line is. Foul ball hit towards the Jackson Christian dugout. Coach Kraft doesn't try to make a play on it, and there's really not any reason to. It's a good way to break a finger or something. Oh, we may have had an injury. We won't till we be sure, but we may have had a broken finger in the baseball game last night. And that one, another pitch for a ball. Looks like we've got, is it a full count here? Scoreboard says so. I'm going to, like I said, I may have to get with the umpire about the signals, not because I'm better. And that loads the bases. It'll bring the top of the order up, and that is the last thing that Robinson or Coach Wheeler wanted Robinson to do, and she didn't mean to, but it happens. Sometimes a release point, sometimes you push off. And Elena Perry, who's 0 for 1 coming into this at bat, is up there. That one looks a little low for ball 1. You don't want to walk a run in. You've got good fielding behind you if you are Jackson Christian, Tinsley, Brooks, and Kaufman in the outfield. Millsaps, Turner, Richardson, who's playing second today, and that one hits the dirt, but a good stop by McKinley Arnold. Julian over at first base, and the pitcher's Bailey Robinson with a 2-ball, no strike count. Bases jammed. Ducks on the pond if you prefer that. And 2 outs. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's high. And let's see if they give Elena Perry, who hits .360, the take sign. They may have automatic because I haven't seen a lot of signals out of Coach Kraft. He is trying to talk to his runners. The 3-0 pitch comes right down Main Street, and you can hear the strike. Now, that time I could hear him, Tommy. He was demonstrative. Did I say that word right? Demonstrative. Ooh, having a little tongue twister. Say that 5 times. 3-1 for strike 2. Okay, I see what he's doing now. That is the strike. When he closes the fist, he leaves it open. It's a ball. There we go. Now we're all on the same page. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and guess what? We get to do it again. Crawford at third for them. Davis is on. Murdaugh, of course, had the sacrifice bunt. Robinson's 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, and that'll walk a run in, so TCA takes the lead. Crawford will come to the plate. She scores. Everybody moves up a base. Perry is now on first. Still 2 outs. Kraft will be up there, the center fielder. She flied out to the center fielder, Brooks, the last time up. Good hitter. One of their young players. Robinson in a little early trouble here in the top of the second. On the ground. Going to go to first with it. And the peg is good. 5-4 for the third out, but one big run for TCA. And we'll go to the bottom of the second with TCA leading 1-0 over Jackson Christian.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We are back as you see the ball thrown down after the warm-up tosses. Trailing 1-0. Jackson Christian comes to bat. They went down 3 up, 3 down in that first inning. McKinley Arnold will be at the plate. Arnold batting .440. She has home run power. She could tie this game up with one swing. Game changer in the internet, not wanting to cooperate, but we've got the old paper scorebook. That one a ball low, bounces away from the catcher. May have to check and see what the situation is. Yes, okay, there. We got the internet back. That's what had happened, Tommy. We lost the internet. No, it's not. The second pitch swung on the ground. This one, now this will be rough to score. I would score it an error, but I'm a tough scorer. But for right now, we're going to give her a 2-base hit, a double. McKinley Arnold on with the double. And like I said, I am a very tough scorer. And Millsap's up there. Laney, a very good third baseman, can flash that leather, but she also can hit. Her batting average is .500. First pitch looks like a ball. Again, got to get with my indications, and I'm actually, one of our cameras is right in my way of where I like to see the pitch. That's a ball also. So 2 balls, no strikes. Laney Millsap's up there has an on-base percentage of about .586. Lewis on the mound. Here's the Windmiller's throw. Looks high, and it should make it 3-0 with a runner at second. You know, we missed Arnold last week for one game, and that was against TCA. She was out sick. We've got some injuries. We also just heard about a baseball injury, which I hated to hear about. That one a strike, 3-1. One of my favorite players, pretty good football player too. Matter of fact, he's going to be a great football player. Their college is already looking at him. Won't give his name because we want to be sure. We don't want to announce that there's something that's not there. It could be just jammed. That one was low, and so runners at first and second. First two hitters are on for Jackson Christian School. We'll get the pitch count officially here in just a moment. Runners at first and second. Arnold at second, Millsap. And that brings Maggie Richardson. She's playing second and can do a very good job there, but probably more famous here at Jackson Christian as a pitcher. Was the winning pitcher in yesterday's ball game. She's showing bunt. Third baseman looks at it. She gets it just over, and this one, you couldn't have put a golf shot in any better than that. So RBI single for Richardson. And she showed the bunt, got it over the third baseman's head, and the run scores. And we've got a tie ball game.
Now batting first baseman number 18, Sydney Julian.
Has come to just outside the box and checking for instructions on that armband is the first baseman, number 18, Sydney Julian. Julian bunts and is going to go foul, but it was the right idea. Boy, that one bounced like the ground, maybe just a hair hard. Don't know. Julian batting .348. When I say that, I think of a good friend, Julian Nunemaker, that used to be a pro football player and a coach around in the local area. You've heard of his daughter. She's Lee Nunemaker Pipkin now, who's won a state title. Oh, nice pitch there by Lewis. Julian says, I got to look this one over and think about it because I've got 2 strikes on me. You have to guard the plate. Third baseman back closer to the bag now. First baseman even with the bag. Everybody else straight away, except for the center fielder, shading quite a bit. Here's one on the ground. Not flagged down. We got an E6 there, and the bases are jammed, meaning a shortstop booted that one. E6, bases loaded. And striding to the plate is the young Jenna Tinsley. Jenna batting .363. And we thank the coaching staff, Jackson Christian, and Robert Kraft for TCA for the batting averages and some good information. Lewis in a little predicament now. Here's one on the ground. They got the force play at home. There's one out home. They look to get the double play. So Jenna hit into a fielder's choice. You go 5-2 for the put out. She's on, but the lead runner, Millsap, erased for the first out of the inning. And that brings up the right fielder, Maggie Kaufman. And she, when I was here last week, had a great game. Maggie up at the front of the box. Umpire looked it over, and he says, nope, won't be a strike here. Good backup, 2 people backing up for TCA. Pitcher will wait till they return. Infield is in with 1 out. They'll try to come home first, and then the catcher would love to go down to first and get a double play and get them out of this. 1 run is in the inning, and that one hops about 6 inches in front of the plate. And you see it on our screen, number 6, Maggie Kaufman. Maggie batting .304. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. It's decision time on whether to swing away or not. And I believe Coach Wheeler, because I'm used to kind of seeing her at third, but Trey is over there coaching it, and she is at first coaching today. Here's the pitch. And that one a strike. Like it when he's demonstrative. And Lewis aggressive, and you like that too. Base runner got up that line a little too much. That was Richardson. Now Maggie's got some daring to her. Oh, yeah. And hopefully, I wish y'all could hear Tommy. He's got good comments. He knows these kids even better than I do. The pitch, and that is strike 2. Boy, that was right on the black edge. The plate surrounded with a black edge, and I'm going to tell you what, you couldn't have drawn it or been in geometry class with any better. 3-2, 1 out, bases jammed, ducks on the pond if you prefer. Here's Lewis ready, and she comes to the plate. And this one out in front of it, And don't hit Carly Holt over there, who is our post player in basketball. And she's a great first baseman. Next year, unless Sydney, I forgot if Sydney Julian's a senior or not.
I just hope she stays healthy.
Yeah, we got to keep her healthy. Had some injury trouble, and her brother has had some foot and injury problems. Here's the pitch, low, and it walks a run in. Not what they wanted to happen. One run is in. So Kaufman walks. She's on first. Foul ball it should be. Good job, the umpire. I hope you watched how he got out from behind there, called the foul ball properly and quickly. Up at the plate now is Kendall Turner. She's 0 for 1, but Kendall would like to make atonement for that. But a great shortstop. Can catch if needed. 2-1, Jackson Christian leads. The one-strike pitch about ready to come from the circle. Here it comes. The umpire says a little low. And folks, call it the circle. It is not a mound. Never call it a mound in softball. You will have some angry young ladies and everybody else after you if you do. Parents will get you. Administrators that's not even here will get you. Here's the pitch from Lewis. It's high. At the plate, Kendall Turner, the fine shortstop. Kendall hitting .355 coming into this contest. Lewis has got what she wants. Starts the windup. This one hit and fouled off to right field. See the runners on. You got Julian at third, Tinsley at second. Kaufman is at first base. And Kendall Turner at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's one, the third baseman. She's going to get another chance at the plate, and they've got a chance at first, but safe at first, but there's 2 outs. So we got another one of those fielder's choice situations. Coming home. And you score that 5-2 for the second out. And here comes Trinity Brooks, the senior who is signed with Carson Newman. And she'll do a good job at Carson Newman. And I'm sure she saw very attractive things there in Jefferson City, Tennessee. It's a good school, I do know that. She walks it up, but it's ball high. And you see the slap hitters, whether they're slap bunters, slap hitters, have a great advantage on the start to first base. And they can do some unique things that cause you to shift your infield. Lewis with the 1 ball pitch, and that one called a strike. Really and truly, with Jackson Christian leading 2-1, they would like to get more runs on the board. TCA, a dangerous team. Here's one popped up. The wind will get it a little bit, but the left fielder, Hadrago, handles it for the third out. But 2 big runs were scored. 3 outs in the inning, so it is a 2-1 ball game here, and we're going to take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we're in the top of the third as Summer Sturgis gives me the countdown. Folks, you ought to have an opportunity to work with Summer. She gets me back, takes care of me when I start thinking like a coach. Billy Boland doing a great job up on the cameras. And Trinity Christian Academy comes to the plate with MJ Abernathy, the shortstop, to lead off. She was hit with a pitch or was going to walk anyway because the pitch was not a strike. Here's the first one, Bailey Robinson, and that one is a worm killer right in front of the plate. If you need some fishing bait, I see 3 down there that you can run. No, I'm kidding. There's no worms on this field. The only thing they do is aerate every once in a while out in the outfield. Got to have a few of those out there. The pitch, and it's ball 2. It's the late Dizzy Dean used to say, he's a Hall of Famer, oh, those bases on balls, and they will get you in trouble. That and errors. Here's the pitch, swung on, and a strike. Umpire again, very quick as you see him. Like that young man when he's quick like that. MJ Abernathy hitting .375 coming into this game. Here's the pitch. And that one is a strike. I like they clinch that fist, so you know it's a strike. Now that's good mechanics right there. Bailey Robinson unofficially has 48 pitches. We'll check it. That one is inside on the 49th pitch. So 2 balls. Hit on the ground, foul. Coach Kraft was wanting a fair ball on it. Coach Kraft, a very good teacher, just as Jennifer Wheeler, the Jackson Christian coach, is. Jennifer's done such a great job, because I remember when this program was started, and it has, as the old commercials say, it's come a long way, baby. Here's the 2, and the umpire checks, and he says go to first with it. So MJ Abernathy gets on with a walk. She got things started back in the first when she was hit by the pitch, or if they say she walked first, doesn't matter, she got the first. And that brings up Haley Lewis, the pitcher, and she's a .385 hitter. Strong young lady, middle of the box, back foot crowds the plate a little bit, pitch low. And Robinson is at 53 pitches. In softball here in Tennessee, we don't have the pitch count, as you see a swinging strike. Now, some National Federation states do, because I've got over here, but I can't bring it out because you never know when the wind's going to blow away. They have how many pitches just like for baseball. But that's not an every state rule there. And the National Federation gives you an option on that. Here's one hit up the middle, but the shortstop gets it to second for 1. Over to first, and they say safe. Wow. Lewis beats it out. 6-4 on the putout, and then didn't get. So 1 out. Kylie Crawford coming up there, .364 hitter. Had a single, it looks like the first time up. Somebody needs to improve my handwriting. And that one drilled into the dugout of Jackson Christian, or at the screen. I like that screen. That's a good thing. Lewis, well, it says 0 for 1 on there. That's Lewis. They haven't gotten Crawford up. I've got Crawford at 1 for 1. Game changer really slow today, Tommy. And part of that is internet, because I've had to reactivate the internet, and I'm on the guest network here. That one, and that's a hit batsman. That's kind of the argument we had the other day down at the baseball field, and that is the proper call. So Crawford is on, and now that puts runners at first and second with only one out. And Abby Davis, hitting .381, is up there, and she is dangerous. Robinson would love to have the strikeout here. Popped up, calling for it is the second baseman. Richardson got it, uses that second hand, which is good softball. I started to say baseball. Robinson just a good all-around player. Two outs in the inning. Emma Kate Murdaugh coming up there. She had a sacrifice, so she's officially 0 for 0. Now, whoa, timeout. Really not sure, because I was looking down, writing in my book. Maybe a substitute runner coming in, because looking back, they did have runners at first and second. So I got a feeling, and I saw the umpire go to his. So that must be a courtesy runner. And it is for the pitcher, which they could do. Actually, they could have brought the courtesy runner out when Lewis got there. That's the reason, folks, I keep a paper book. Also, Murdaugh up there. Like we said, 0 for 0 because of the sacrifice back in the first. Swinging and fouling that one off. No ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. If we just had 2 balls up there, we could say the deuces were wild. Robinson ready to bring that 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Here it comes, and a swinging strike 3, and that's what Robinson wanted. It's not what TCA wanted. No runs in the inning. There were 2 runners left on base. And the score at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, Jackson Christian 2 and TCA 1. Will be back on the ball game Blitz after this.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Back for the bottom of the third. You see a young man doing a good job back there behind the plate so far. Lewis out for her 3rd inning a week of this game, not the week. And her team trailing 2-1. And fouled off. And catcher will give chase, and I didn't get a chance to announce that that is the pitcher, Bailey Robinson, up there. Bailey also a very fine basketball player. Can shoot that 3. Hitting .375, on base percentage .448. Got a pretty good slugging percentage. I know it's over 500. Pops this one up, not quite the same place, but again over the screen. Nobody made a catch, so nobody gets the Atlanta Braves or St. Louis Cardinals contract. I'm sure some of y'all have, I think either the Cardinals or the Braves stopped doing that. The other one is still doing that. If you catch a foul ball, they give you one of those little, it's not a real contract, but it makes you feel good that you did that and you get some recognition. And I think a little free food out of it. And Tommy and I both fighting with the internet. I haven't gotten my game changer back. Taking a little off of it and fooling Bailey Robinson. The catcher holds on to it. So a strikeout. She at least went down swinging. You want an aggressive action. Coming to the plate at a double the last time up is McKinley Arnold. And Tommy, don't feel bad. I still haven't gotten anything back yet. Let's see if we can get the. Here's one hit deep, 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 just foul by a foot outside and a foot from the fence. I could have been saying, Mr. Wilson, we need a new softball there for a minute, but didn't quite get that far. See if we can get the game back going. Don't have an exact count on the pitches right now. I know it's about 41 or 42 as Game Changer tries to catch up. Here's one up in the air. This one should be playable. The right fielder camps under it, sticks the glove up, and there's 2 outs in the inning on an F9. No, not a tornado. Just a catch in right field. Lewis cruising in this inning. And the new count should be about 43 pitches. Or 44, actually, according to my stats. We'll see what Game Changer. It's still trying to catch up. Here's the pitch by Lewis, popped up. Let's see if Crawford gives chase. And out of play. At first base for TCA, Crawford. Second, Murdahl. MJ Abernathy, the shortstop. And Davis, the third baseman. Lewis on the mound. Catching is Perry. The outfield is Hadrago in left. Kraft in center and Joyce in right. Here's the pitch. The umpire says just a little bit low. Tommy's still working furiously on the internet, so it's 2 outs in the inning. 1-1 count. Lewis looks over the dugout, gets her sign, checks her armband. Is ready to come with that windmill, and that one is low. And umpire says, good old mask. Let's see if we can get the count caught up. Tommy, I've got 1-1 with the internet playing games with me. Tommy's a trooper. You can see it getting gray, overcast. The lights are on here. Possibly some bad weather coming in tonight in Jackson. Here's the pitch on the ground in the hole. It'll get through a clean base hit. And Laney Millsap does the job to get something started with 2 outs and brings up Maggie Richardson. Remember, Millsaps went up there today as a 500 hitter, and Richardson comes to the plate. She's at 238, but she's on base percentage 333. Pretty good slugging percentage, too. She shows bunt. She had that when you couldn't have picked it up and tossed it any better. Pulls it back, and the umpire says, nope, didn't get there. 2 outs in the inning. A little shade to right field by the center fielder. Straight away in left. Everybody else at normal depth. Haley Lewis on the mound. 48 pitches haven't been thrown. That one hit up the middle. Shortstop gets it, steps on second for the force out. And this inning, score that 6U is over. There was 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of 3 innings of play, Jackson Christian leads 2-1 over TCA. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
back for the top of the fourth. Tommy and I working hard, but we're going to call the young lady that knows internet, knows music, and knows iPads too, up here to help a little bit. 2-1 the score. Jackson Christian leading TCA, a white knuckler here. We'll start the fourth inning. Coming up is Riley Hidrago, hitting 200 for TCA. She'll be followed by Jenny Joyce. And we're now even having to punch passcodes in and stuff. Nice pitch right down Main Street by Bailey Robinson for strike one. Bailey has now thrown 64 pitches in this game. But again, the TSSAA doesn't have the National Federation rules. They have most of them, but that's one that's an optional one. Swinging strike two on Hidrago. Drago, the left fielder today. She's 0 for 1. Does a good job out there in the left field. I've seen her in the previous games really catch some fly balls that could be difficult. Today, for the first time all day, the flag it's blowing but not whipping like it was. And then by the time I say that, picks up and it is straight out in the center field. Here's one hit by Hidrago, and this one's going to get to the wall. The return throw comes into second just a hair late, and she has driven in, or not driven in, but driven herself to second base with a double. So she leads off with that double and puts a runner in scoring position for Jenny Joyce. Let's see if Joyce is bunting. She's the number 9 hitter in the lineup, hitting 286, wears number 2. The right fielder, Coach Kraft, has made some movement, and don't know what his indicators and things are, but no, she's hitting away on this pitch. Of course, you can always put the bunt back on later. Some encouraging words. She checks her third base coach out and is the head coach also. Robinson on the mound. Here's the pitch. She is bunting this time, so he waited a pitch. We've got 1-1. Everybody was in motion. Third baseman was about to introduce herself. Shortstop Turner was over at third covering. First baseman up. Richardson will cover the bag, and that pitch is high. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Maggie getting a good workout going between first base and then running to second after that. Watch them in motion, and on 2-1 count, if she's still bunting, she is. That one is high. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Robinson has been a little less than accurate for this hitter. Let's see if Coach Kraft's got her taking or if he puts the bunt back on. The bunt is on. It's popped up. It'll be a foul ball and not caught, but 3-2, and we'll do it again with that runner on second. .71 pitches for Bailey Robinson. Joyce has not had an official time at bat yet. Leadoff hitter on deck. Here's the pitch. And walked her. So now runners at first and second. This brings up Elena Perry, who is 0 for 1 in the contest, having walked her last time up. 360 hitter. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Don't want to load this up with no outs. You've only got a 1-run lead if you're Jackson Christian. TCA wants to get those runners on. Robinson's pitch, it's bunted. She'll have to go to first. They've advanced the runners, and she may be safe at first. Let's see what the umpire called, because he wasn't in the monitor. He did call her out then. And I'm having to call the game from the monitor. So a sacrifice, so it doesn't count as an at-bat, 1 out. Kraft, number 5, the center fielder, hitting .345, comes on. Kraft is 0 for 2. Hit on the ground, 1 out, They hold the runner, go to first, and the hitter is out. So that leadoff double with 2 outs, they don't want to waste it. Now a discussion from the umpires. Drago is over at third. Looks like nothing's going to change here. With 2 outs, runners at second and third. To Drago and Joyce. Joyce is the runner at second. I'm trying to go back from the field to the monitor. We'll have to wait to see what that pitch was called. That pitch is high. We're sure of that one. It looks like a 2-ball, no strike count. The monitor is great, but there are times that you can't see little things that you want to see. This one hit into right field. It's going to get down. The tying run is coming to the plate. Running on the pitch, the go-ahead run has scored, and TCA has taken a 3-2 lead. And that was good base running by Jenny Joyce, because she was almost about to catch Drago. So a base hit for MJ Abernathy. Plates 2 RBIs there. Haley Lewis advances to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day, but she is a .385 hitter and overdue. She's capable of hitting a home run. That pitch, a ball.
Now batting, 32, Haley Lewis.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. That one fouled off of the hitter herself. So it's 1-1. And I tell you what, Coach Kraft had the runner Abernathy going. She, had that been in play, would have been down at second. 1-1 the count. 81 pitches by Robinson. Fouled off for a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs. And a well-placed hit to right field a moment ago by MJ Abernathy. Gets 2 RBIs off that one. Here's the pitch, popped up towards right. And that one out of our camera line. So we didn't see it go out of bounds. And again, we quoted the legendary Hall of Fame pitcher Dizzy Dean a while ago about, those bases on balls. He used to call the umpires empires, and he said you slid into third base. English teachers did not like Dizzy Dean. Here's the pitch. Line drive caught. What a play that time. Millsaps with the big play to retire the side, but TCA came up with 2 big runs to take the lead back. And with TCA leading going into the bottom of the 4th, let's take a timeout.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, OnCloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens. are back here at the field, and with music playing, I have trouble hearing, but looks like leadoff should be Sidney Julian, the first baseman. And Julian, a very good hitter. Game changer, a little slow. We'll see if I can get – Jennifer was kind enough, like Coach Kraft, to provide me with some stats. Sidney hitting 348. Lewis on the mound for TCA. And a swinging strike. Haley Lewis has done a pretty good job today on the mound. And I think I'm going to have to wake the internet up over on mine again here. And bunting through, and that'll be a strike. You watch the umpire. That is proper. When he clinches, brings it up and clinches that fist, that tells you it's a strike. I like this young man. Except for the center fielder, everybody in normal depth and straight away, if you prefer that term. That one just missing. Lewis has a changeup. Sometimes it's tipped, sometimes it's not. That she's throwing the changeup. I've seen her strike batters out with it. Here's the pitch. Hit up in the air towards the right side. Coming on is the right fielder making a fine running catch for the out. So the first out in the inning. Put that F9 in there for the first out. Jenna Tinsley comes to the plate. Of course, coming into this ball game, Jenna was hitting .263. Has an on-base percentage of .318. Up in the front of the box, wears number 12. Great three-point shooter in basketball. The younger sister, we don't use the term little sister, but the younger sister of the infamous Peyton Tinsley that we dearly love catching those passes in football. And she is a scrapper like he was on the boards. When Peyton wanted to get mean, he could. This one straight up towards the shortstop. Shortstop thumps the glove, gets it. And there are two outs in the inning. Pop up, put the little line over. Not the, and there's game changer trying to call the game again. If you hear something in the background, Maggie Kaufman, the right fielder, comes up there. Maggie was on base with a walk her last time up, and she wants to get something started for her team that trails in the bottom of the fourth. And that one bounces. It was outside, but it bounced on the ground too. I think I'm going to have to completely wake the internet up. All I got's a blank screen. Here's the pitch. Swung on for a strike. And got Kaufman up there. 57 pitches is what I have for Haley Lewis. I'll check it against Game Stream. Here's the pitch. Just a little low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And I think I'm going to pitch off probably at 58 pitches. So a low number for Lewis. Robinson has thrown many more than that. Players are up on, and she shows bunt, draws back, pops it up. This one should be handled by the shortstop, and she does. Abernathy gets it, ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base at the end of 4 full innings of play. It's TCA 3, Jackson Christian 2. Let's take a timeout and get ready for the top of the 5th.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Dynamics Physical Therapy. We help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
We're in the top of the fifth, and as you see on the mound, the ace of the Jackson Christian staff has been brought to the mound, Maggie Richardson, to pitch. And we'll tell you who she will throw against. Kylie Crawford, Abby Davis, and Emma Kate Murdaugh will be the three hitters she faces for TCA. Now, Maggie's been playing second base. Robinson will go to second. The rest of the lineup stays the same. And a little bit of informing and things like that. Let's see if we can get the game changer changed. They've still got TCA out in the field. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop will get it. That's Kendall Turner. One out in the inning as Crawford pops out to the shortstop. Abby Davis hitting .381 comes to the plate. She is 0 for 1 officially. Walked in the second inning. Richardson on the mound, and she got a quick out there. Here's one, and you saw that with a little zip right there. You see the umpire put that closed fist up, meaning strike one. And we'll try to get game changer because those stats on game changer are very important to you. Here's one drill for a base hit, or did Brooks get it? And Brooks got it. I didn't think she would get there. Shame on me, 40 lashes with a wet noodle for not having faith in the speedster Brooks. Trinity Brooks, you know, that's like she stole things in baseball. Wow, what a play. Brooks comes on, 2 outs, and Emma Kate Murdaugh comes up with the bases empty. That could be the play of the game right there. Brooks will glide over, and look how smooth she made that one go. So F8, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And at the end of 4 1/2 innings of play, it's TCA 3, Jackson Christian 2. We'll be back after this timeout. Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
We are back. It's in the bottom of the 5th of a 7-inning game, getting late for Jackson Christian. And Haley Lee Lewis has thrown so well for TCA. Due up should be Turner, who's 0 for 2, Brooks, who's 0 for 2, and Robinson 0 for 2. That's not what you want out of your top 3 batters as far as your lineup today. Looking for that first pitch to come, and it's popped up. And the Lewis has had people popping up. First baseman Crawford takes it for the first out. So with 1 out, Trinity Brooks comes to the plate. Kendall Turner popping out on that one. Brooks wearing number 15 is 0 for 2 today. A very good hitter, but Lewis has had her number so far. She starts the bunt, pulls it back. That would have been what I call a slap bunt. Some people just say you're a slap hitter. And she is a slap hitter. She can hit or drop it down with the bunt. She wants to get it on the ground, use that good speed. Third baseman in a lot. It's down, let's see, but it's going to be foul. And the third baseman fielded in good position to be able to come up throwing. So we got a ball and a strike and one out. Got ones across the bottom of the board there. TCA leading 2-1, and the wind just blew my cheese crackers off there that sometimes I eat between innings. Here's the pitch. She starts up, but there was no reason to offer on it. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. You can probably hear the wind blowing against my mic. That's how hard it is coming in to the booth. Now I'm holding my scorebook down, and that's one of those big scorebooks too. And Old Glory blowing straight in from center field. Now it's dying down a little bit. So those wind gusts, I bet they're up to at least 25. Here's one, and again, she gets a hitter to pop up. Brooks pops up, and the second baseman fields it for the second out. And that's Murdaugh with the catch. And we're getting under a few of those. 2 outs in the inning, and it brings up Bailey Robinson, who's 0 for 2 today. Bailey up closer to the front of the box. She's still got a little space to stride. And that one low. Right now, Jackson Christian needs a couple of base runners. Haley Lewis in control for TCA. She's got Hydrago, Kraft, and Joyce in the outfield behind her. Crawford, Murdaugh, Abernathy, and Davis in the infield. Catching is Perry. Here's the pitch. That one high also. Good judgment by the umpire, because sometimes when, you know, some people call it jerking the mid or pulling it down, framing it, whatever term you want to use. That's 2 balls, no strikes to Bailey Robinson, wearing number 7, Mickey Mantle's old number. This one down the line in the air and is going to be caught, and the left fielder, Hydrago, made that one look easy for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the top of the 6th with TCA leading Jackson Christian 3-2. Let's take that time out.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And it is the top of the 6th. TCA comes to the plate. Right now, my game changer has recessed itself. Got a beautiful blue sky on it. But leading off will be Riley Hydrago, and isn't that the way it goes a lot of times? The person made the last play, and it was a good one out there in left field. Leads off. She'll be followed by Jenny Joyce, and Perry will be up there. Atlanta Perry. And a 1-ball count as we're playing catch with the papers. I don't have enough paperweights. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Maggie Richardson, who's usually very accurate, wants to find that plate. She rocks and throws, and that one is low and outside, so she's got a no ball or no strike and 3-ball count on there. Richardson works fast. She's a very fast worker, even including the new rule. Now that one is the Von Ryan Express down Main Street. Other words, for some of y'all that send me text about my description, that is a fastball. Second one comes in there, a swinging, fouled off strike. So now a full count, 3-2. No outs in the inning. The leadoff hitter in this inning, Riley Hidrago. Richardson gets her sign. She walks up there. She's got a little pep in her step. Rocks. Windmill firing and got her. And I think Riley knew that was probably a strike.
Now batting number 2, Jenna Joyce.
One out, and Jenna Joyce comes up there. Jenna, her first plate appearance, she walked, and she walked in her second one, so she is officially 0 for 2. Drago was 1 for 2 when she was up there, but we didn't have our notes where we could see them. I was catching them. Here's the pitch, one out, drilled up the middle. Oh, a fine catch right there. Our shortstop, Kendall Turner. And Kendall got the big grin on her face. Wish you'd seen her catch the other day, Tommy. And 2 outs now in the inning on the line drive. Elena Perry, the leadoff person. Elena catches, and what a great job. I think I said Elena a while ago. This is Elena, and I know better than that. Here's the pitch. Richardson has gotten in the groove, and I saw her the other day strike out 5 straight people.
Wow.
And sometimes I know Chase wishes that his pitchers would strike out 5 straight. Could have used that last night. That one inside, but Maggie was letting her know I own the plate up there. And this is a good hitter now. Briley Kraft hitting about 360 coming into this contest. Oh, actually, it's Perry. I'm getting ahead of myself. And I know why, too, because when you use a paper book, and I'm having to again because it's frozen, Perry officially 0 for 1 as Game Changer comes unfrozen. She's got 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hit on the ground, it's going to get into the hole, and that was a nice piece of hitting, too. Good pitch, and then she hit it well. So a runner on first with 2 outs. And now Briley Kraft is up there, who's 0 for 3 today. That doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like shooting free throws. You can hit 100% of them in the first 30 minutes. In those last 2 minutes of a high school game, you can go to being about a 40% free throw shooter sometimes. Good pitch there for a strike. Perry on first with that single, and like I said, it was a good piece of hitting too because that was a good pitch, had a little zip movement on it. Richardson ready to wind and fire, and the windmiller brings that one with a little authority. I don't know, Tommy. I'm not sure I can hit Maggie's pitches.
I know I could.
I could bunt possibly, but I don't know if I'd make good enough contact. I'd be about a half second late. 2-strike pitch coming, swinging strike 3, and Richardson takes care of business as Kraft strikes out for the 3rd out. There's no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 person left on base. The end of 5.5, going towards the bottom of the 6th. TCA 3, Jackson Christian nothing.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
We are back here as Haley Lewis on the mound has gone all the way for Trinity Christian Academy as they hold a 1-run lead. See Coach Wheeler going to first. Trey is over at third base coaching. And we're going to lead off with McKinley Arnold, our fine catcher, who some schools are looking at as a college prospect. Now, we know that Richardson has committed to Mississippi College, and Trinity Brooks, we had a big signing out here for Trinity. And when Maggie does sign, we'll have one for her, too, here at Jackson Christian. 3-2 the lead in a white knuckler. Lewis's pitch popped up, and she has gotten a ton of people to pop up. Center fielder comes on and gets the first out. Good job by Kraft. Briley Kraft, the young center fielder out there, hits in their number 2 spot, and that brings up our number 5 hitter, Lainey Millsap. Lainey had a single her last trip up there. She's 1 for 1 because and I want to make sure about that. Yes, she walked. Catcher framed it. Perry framed it nicely, but it still was a ball. Lewis getting the sign from her coach, Robert Kraft. Of course, both coaches have taken their teams to the state tournament previously to this year. There's a strike. Evens the count at 1-1, I believe. Coach Kraft has won 4 titles. The Renfro sisters were on the mound pitching. And if you don't think they could bring it, come see me. I got some real estate. I'll say there's one driven down, but it's going to hang up in the air and just got under Hadrago, and that'll allow our runner to keep going. Millsap's 3, and she's going to hold it up because the relay was nice, but with a triple. That's not an error there. Good effort by Hadrago to try to get it. Lady Millsaps with a good piece of hitting, and she is in scoring position to tie this game up. And I guarantee you, Jackson Christian would love to have that. Maggie Richardson, who is now pitching, comes on with a chance to help herself by tying this contest up or possibly putting Jackson Christian in the lead. They're playing bunt. Let's see if she tries to dump another one over the infield's head like she did a while ago. She pulls back. It's popped up. So we're going to wind up with 2 outs as the second baseman makes the play on it. And those pop-ups, let's give Lewis credit. She has gotten Jackson Christian to pop up quite a bit. 2 outs. That runner on third doesn't need to be left stranded. Sydney Julian strides to the plate. The first baseman is 0 for 2 today. Her last trip up there flew out to right field. Normal depth in the infield, straight away, except for the center fielder in the outfield, and the pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A runner after a triple at third base. Base hit will score the run. An error will score the run. Here's one on the ground back to the pitcher. That will end the inning as she goes to first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. And at the end of 6 full innings of play, TCA leads Jackson Christian 3-2 on the Worthy Road Studios network. Let's take a timeout.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
We are back. Jackson Christian trails. For the faithful, we'll remind you that this game will be archived on the Worthy Road YouTube's network. It's a great game. Been a white knuckler. Lead has changed a couple of times. TCA leads 3-2. Now this is TCA batting in the top of the 7th, as they will have Abernathy, Lewis, and Crawford up there. And those are some ladies they would want up here to try to add to their lead. Maggie Richardson on the mound for the Eagles, or Lady Eagles, and the umpire grabs that fist and says it's a strike. Richardson was the winning pitcher yesterday in an 8-3 win over USJ. Middle school playing behind us as we speak. This one fouled off. It'll be out of play. The right fielder gives it a nice run. Sometimes you wonder why we have to hesitate. Both dugouts, especially first baseman, stuck out a little bit further in the field to play, and it actually blocks off without the monitor part of the field. This one popped up. Richardson says, I'm going to take it myself. She does, and there's one out. And Maggie, a good fielder, as she plays second base some, but she is our ace, meaning she is the lead pitcher. Haley Lewis comes on, and what a fine game she has thrown today. She's 0 for 3, but a very capable hitter as the cleanup hitter. She can drive runs in for you. Slightly open stance. And that one is close. The umpire says just missing. 1 ball the count, 1 out. 3-2 ball game. Straight away with the wind blowing in, not quite as hard as it has been, but blowing straight in from center, as you can see the flag. This one hit off the fist and over towards first and got it. I want to say shot it, got it like I do in basketball. 2 outs. And Kylie Crawford comes up there. She was hit with a pitch earlier. She's had a single. She is 1 for 2 on the day. Right-handed hitter going against the right-handed hitting flamethrower, Maggie Richardson. And that one comes with a little juice on it, and the umpire says strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Crawford, the hitter, wanting to try to get something going for her team so they can get an insurance run. That one is a ball. Richardson would like to end this one as quick as possible. She's only thrown 24 pitches. Bailey Robinson was over 80 pitches unofficially. Hit on the ground. Richardson will handle this a couple of steps. The underhand toss. And that one, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base at the end of 6 1/2 innings of play. It is 3-2 with Trinity leading Jackson Christian. We'll take a timeout on the network and be back.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We are back here ready for the bottom of the 7th, the telltale half inning. A fake attempt at a bunt here. That's Jenna Tinsley up there, who is 0 for 2. Jenna would love to get on. We need base runners, and they are playing her tight. If she can just get one over the infield, she might can run for a while. Second pitch bounces up there. Now, Lewis has changed speeds on us, but we've dipped the shoulder and had some angles that we have popped a lot up, and Lewis has helped with that with her good pitching today. She's done an outstanding job. Well, that infield is up close right now. Let's all shake hands. Here's the pitch. Fouled away on a 2-0 count. Interesting. I'll let you softball aficionados think about that one.
Should get her a nice line drive. We'll see if those face masks work.
Yeah, well, Tommy made a good point. Face mask better be on properly if she gets a line drive. Lewis checks her armband for the pitch. Here it comes. It's going to be low. It's a 3-1 count. Now does the coaches, or do they put the take on here, or do they let her swing away? Probably letting her swing away in a contest like this, although a runner at first would look nice on ball 4. Lewis has pretty good control, though. And there's the bunt strike. Not sure whether that would have been a strike or not, Tommy. It would have been close. So now it's a 3-2 count. You got to protect the plate, but yet you want the walk. Lewis wants to throw a strike. Her infielders now have backed up to normal depth, which cuts down on the chances of getting on. Here's the pitch to Tinsley. Well, there's a little hesitation. Now it comes on the way. Down the line, and it went foul, but, oh, there was hope in that one. But as folks have heard me say before, almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs. And I hate to even mention the atomic. Maybe I should have said if a frog had a hip pocket, he'd told to go and carry credit cards and have money. That might be better. A little nicer in this day and time. 3-2, no outs. Tinsley, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th. Lewis ready, comes to the plate. It's on the ground. Will the shortstop get it? No, it is a boot. And this one's going to be a tough one to score because I think she would have beat it out anyway. Temporarily, we're going to mark it with light ink that it's a hit. We'll check the official scoring in just a moment. His game changer is running about 4 pitches behind. And I think I've gotten my answer by hand signal. It is a single. Now the top of the order, Kendall Turner, who's overdue. Or actually, this is Kaufman, the 9th hitter. She's bunting. Draws it back. They throw to first and back safely. And you'll see people rotating. Now, the first baseman won't charge as hard. Pitcher's got to now field 2/3 of the side, and you want to get it down this first baseline, your bunt, because the third baseman is going to be able to tell whether you're chewing gum or not. And that one fouled off for a strike, and they say that first pitch was a strike, so we'll – oh, ball. Okay, I thought it was a ball. Tommy and I fighting with the internet as much as we are anything else. It's a 1-1 count. The bunt's still in order for Kaufman to get that runner in scoring position. She shows bunt. And this one, boy, it bounces. We're going to get a runner, and they say it hit her, and that's the proper call again. Boy, I've seen more bounce up off the ground hit batsmen this year than I've ever seen. Wow. So that puts Tinsley at second. Puts Kaufman at first as a hit batsman. Now the outfield of Hydrago, Kraft, and Joyce got to be on their horses. Got to come with and hit the cutoff men or throw to the plate properly. Kendall Turner, the fine shortstop, up there. Turner's 0 for 3 today, and that's highly unlike her. First baseman, third baseman in. We're going to show bunt again. Will she pull back? No, it would have been a good bunt, but it goes foul. She had the right idea. 1 strike to count. Everybody except for the outfield in motion. They're waiting to get some action out there. We'll have a 1-strike pitch, and will she do it again? First baseman's about 12 feet up the line, about 11 feet for the third baseman. Watch the shortstop and second baseman go in motion. This was deadened right at the plate. They'll have to go to first with it and do so, and they run the ball back in. But the bunt, that is a sacrifice bunt. 1 out in the inning. The runners are now second and third. And I think Trey and Coach Jennifer Wheeler are aggressive enough. If Brooks can get one into the outfield and get a hit, they will be sending the runner from second base. First, if it's a hit, the runner at third is going to score and tie the game up. The important runner is the one at second base. But you got to get the one at third home first.
Yeah, we need that tie first.
Here's Brooks. She walks it up there, and they say, no, it's a ball. The drama unfolds, and the umpire, and wisely, because those corners of the plate are going to be important. Young man, again, has done a pretty good job after he and I got on the same mechanics page. What threw me is he left his hand open a couple of times instead of clenching. But that's okay. If that's the worst thing you do, you've done a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Because what I think up here is not important. Brooks gets some instructions from Trey down there. Trey Jimerson, and it's a 1-ball count. The infield is in for 2 reasons. One, because she's a slap hitter and slap bunter. And that one looks like he called it a ball, 2-0. Everybody in motion. You know what happens. Now, if she hit it to left field, only 1 runner will score. Right. If she hits it anywhere else in the outfield, 2 runs are going to score. 2-ball, no strike pitch with 1 out. Lewis comes to the plate with it. That one is I think they're calling it a ball. Wow. Interesting.
I thought she offered it.
I did too, and Tommy and I were talking about offering at it, but hey, Jackson Christian will take it. That's what the umpire calls. Guess what? That's the way it is. Crawford, now they're going to have a conference. I think the base umpire was trying to say she offered. But they're doing the right thing. Always talk it over. The other night we had a game that I would have loved for the 2 umpires to have talked it over in baseball.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Tommy and I both, we were getting some bad thoughts. All they did say it is 3 balls because that is the sign for she didn't offer. Wow. Very good umpiring then, just for them. I'm proud of them for doing that. I know TCA would have liked to have had it differently. Brooks in a position to do a lot of things here.
Oh, yeah.
Lewis ready. Here's the throw. And that's ball 4. Actually, that's a good thing for TCA because that puts a force on at any base. If they turn 2, this game is over. A base hit, outfielders will back up. And coming to the plate is a very strong young lady who's 0 for 3 today. Bailey Robinson wearing number 7. She's got some power, too, because she got a home run. And here comes the assistant coach for TCA out to talk to her pitcher. And Lewis has thrown a fine game. She's maybe a little tired right now. This will give her a break to catch her breath and refocus. Coaches may have spotted a little flaw, like your release is a little opening up too soon, or you're dropping your fingers down when you release. Because those fingers have to point at the plate just like the front foot does. Yeah, softball pitching, if you can get in that groove, and that's what Maggie Richardson does a pretty good job of. Bailey has gotten better at it. Lewis has done a good job today and kept our hitters off balance. Robinson up towards the front of the box. She can get herself off the hook for a loss right here. Here's the first pitch. It gets away. The runner is safe, and this is a tie ball game. But, boy, was that close. I would have been getting down then. I bet Tommy McLean would have been getting down, too. Millsap scores, and here comes Robert Kraft out there. Let's see if he changes. He's going to buy all the time he can. Runners are now at second and third. Tinsley scoring that run, and that was so important. Brooks was on with the walk. The bunt while ago was a very nice play. Coach Whaler and Coach Jefferson talking over, and now they've got Bailey Robinson up there with 1 out, and McKinley Arnold, who is not only capable of ending a ball game with 1 swing of the bat, she's capable of losing a softball. Yeah. Way out there.
You definitely want her to come up in a sacrifice situation with only 1 out.
Well, she's got to get there. Bailey would have to get the sacrifice because unless Bailey walks or gets on, now if she gets a hit, this game is over.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
And, again, she hasn't gotten it yet. Lewis still on the mound. The pitch is high. and look at the lead by Trinity Brooks. But the important run in this contest is 60 feet away, and that is Maggie Kaufman, the young freshman who has done a good job. She's got a magic last name here, the Kaufman name, some of the original founders of this school. And it is high. The gymnasium is named after Paul Kaufman. Really, Paul was such an inspiration in this school. The old gym, the new gym, of course, we know about Jerry Eskew and another fine gentleman. 3-3 the score. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on. Robinson up there taking all the way, and that's okay. That's smart. That's good softball. Compliment the coaching staff. Now, they'll give her the green light if she gets one she wants. Now, if Bailey can hit it and drive it, it'd be much better, because if she walks, it puts the force play and the double play back into effect. This is the pitch that both the pitcher and the hitter wants. That one taking, and you can't put it in play, but there will only be 2 outs, and that would put the onus on McKinley for a hit or to get on base to keep the out. Bailey is a very capable hitter. She can do this. She's facing a good pitcher in Haley Lewis. The infield is in to cut the run down at the plate. Lewis is ready on the 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's high, and the bases are loaded. But, Tommy, the only thing I don't like about this, it puts the double play back into effect. See, now, if McKinley can get the ball up and deep enough, as Tommy pointed out, he and I are having a running conversation. Bailey keeps the inning going because there's only 1 out. You could have the sac fly in effect. Kaufman at third would tag, and a ball. You know, she may be throwing a lot of pitches and a lot of balls, but give Haley Lewis, the TCA pitcher, a lot of credit today. 3-3 contest. White knuckler, nail biter.
I don't know the last time I've seen a pitcher induce as many pop-ups.
Yeah, so you hear Tommy in the back. This is up in the air. This ball game is over one way or the other. Here comes the winning run to the plate. It's a single and an RBI as Kaufman scores the winning run, 4-3 on that one. And the game winner, I got to make a note about that, game winner, a single by McKinley Arnold. But you would expect that out of McKinley. 4-3, what a contest. And, folks, you need to go back, even the people watching it right now, go back and watch this one on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube network page. Teams will talk to each other, say good sportsmanship and good game, and it was a good game. 2 fine teams out here. They'll play again before this year's over, and they'll be at TCA the next time. Let's take a timeout here on the Worthy Road Studios, Jackson Christian and BallGame Blitz Network. We'll be back after this to wrap up this contest.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Oh, man, I'm recovering. I didn't have a heart attack, and I had to take my nitroglycerin tablet. A white knuckler, a nail biter. Summer's even going to take a time out while I talk and run my mouth a little bit. Let me give you a little recap of the game, and we'll give Game Changer and the coaching staff and the scorekeeper for Jackson Christian credit, along with Game Changer. A walk-off single led Jackson Christian's varsity Lady Eagles past Trinity Christian Academy Lady Lions 4-3 on Tuesday. The game was tied at 3. And again, I pardon the internet. We've got some choppy internet right now, but the game was tied at 3-3 in the bottom of the 7th. McKinley Arnold came to the plate as the cleanup hitter should do. She came through, singled on a 1-0 count, and that scored Kaufman from third base. Now, Maggie Richardson in relief of Bailey Robinson, and Bailey pitched good, threw a lot of pitches, over 80, and we'll give you the exact count in a minute. But her walk helped load the bases, and Maggie gets the victory from the circle, and she surrendered 0 runs and 1 hit in her time pitching. That was approximately 3 innings. It was exactly 3 innings. She struck out 2 and only walked – she didn't walk anybody, checking my notes. Haley Lewis took a hard loss because she pitched so well for her team, and the right-hander went 6 1/3 innings. She allowed 4 runs, 6 hits, struck out 2. And, of course, Laney, Millsaps, and Arnold both collected multiple hits for the Lady Eagles. Let's check the box score. Now, the box score, and again, pardon a little bit of internet situation, but that's okay. Just like the Jackson Christian and the Trinity Christian Academy players, we're going to be troopers about it. The line score, or partial line score, for Trinity, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Jackson Christian, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Trinity scored 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, for their total of 3 runs. Jackson Christian scored 2 in the bottom of the second and took the lead. Trinity had taken the lead back in the fourth, and 2 in the bottom of the 7th to get the 4 runs for Jackson Christian. We already told you that Arnold and Millsaps were the leading hitters for Jackson Christian. Arnold had a double. Total bases, Arnold 3, Millsaps 2. And we might want to check that one because I thought Millsap had a triple, and that's 3 bases. But anyway, we will do that. Pitching, Robinson threw 84 pitches for 46 strikes. Maggie Richardson threw 26 pitches, 20 of them were strikes. Robinson faced 22 batters. Richardson faced 10. For TCA, Drago had a double, and Crawford and Abernathy were hit by pitches. And, of course, errors by Drago and Abernathy. A wild pitch by Lewis. There was 1 hit batsman. Lewis threw 98 pitches, 55 strikes, faced 31 batters in this contest. Jackson Christian advances to 7-5 on the season. both these teams will play later in the year, is they scheduled to play each other 4 times this year. And every game is close, and the next one will be a white knuckler too. Now, we won't have another broadcast for Jackson Christian until next week. We're off the rest of the week. There are games this week, but we won't have a broadcast. And remind everybody that this game will be archived later tonight. Don't go jumping too early because Paul Schultze and the rest of the crew are busier than a cat covering up on a hot tin roof right now. They've got games spread out all over everywhere. Summer and I enjoyed this game. Great job by Billy Bolin. But, again, a 4-3 victory for Jackson Christian, and we appreciate you bearing with us on some internet problems. But great game, and please support all our sponsors. They make you be able to get this game for free. It doesn't cost you anything. Jackson Christian's Facebook Live, and then on the YouTube page of Worthy Road Studios. The National Federation would rip you off for less pictures, less announcing, for about $12. Actually, it's over $12 with the taxes they put. They don't tell you they put taxes on there. And it's an okay deal if you can't get anything else. But with Worthy Road Studios and all of the schools that are associated with Worthy Road Studio, you get the best in pictures, you get the best in directing, you get the best camera work. And other than me, all my comrades are they are just good old announcers, and they're very good. And we appreciate you. We appreciate both schools. Remember, y'all have got 2 more games. Both of those will be, I believe, at TCA. But this game was directed, produced, and everything else. She also took timeouts and propped up old announcers with giving me an extra second to get something down when my blood sugar dropped a little low. But Summer Sturgis did her usual good job, and what else would you expect out of Summer? And the camera work, Billy Bolin, and note the word S on there, cameras. Billy operated more than one. Summer operated. We got one right up here. And what a great job. We will remind you this is a copyright broadcast. Now we will remind you of something even more important for the guy in Lake County that does a few close to dishonest things, may be dishonest, but hey, any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. It is time to utter the famous words with a 4-3 victory for the Lady Eagles over the Lady Lions. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.